Okay, so let's go back to West Virginia, but this time we're going to be talking to Ben. Ben, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How may we help you, Ben?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, I found out my wife had been having an affair for the last 9 months.
Hmm.
I guess it started about the same time we found out we were pregnant with our third child.
Wait a minute, I want to make sure I
She
heard what
said
you just
we,
said. Wait a minute, it's what was that last thing you said? I'm not sure I heard that correctly.
the time her affair started was the same month we found out we were pregnant with our third child.
So did the affair start before she knew she was pregnant or after?
I think the emotional part may have started before,
Okay.
um, but yeah, and it actually got physical about when she was about 7 months pregnant.
Okay.
And my question is, I've been doing the pies and the smart contact and everything. I've been watching your guys' videos religiously, like all day long,
Hmm.
just trying to work on, you know, me and everything. And um, last night, I kind of broke down and told her that, I can't deal with you still having a texting conversation with him while I'm in the same room.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, our kids and us are here. Like, you're having the best of both worlds, and I think it'd be best if you like moved out. And she exploded, and then today I'm thinking that may have been a bad choice on my part because it's taking me steps back, I think. But
Hmm.
um,
So is she
she says
planning?
she's done all the limerent sort of things. She's vilifying everything we ever had. Our wedding
Hmm.
day wasn't. She didn't enjoy it. She loves me, but she's not in love with me. She's in love with this guy.
Hmm.
And
So how old is the baby now?
so the baby is 2 months old.
Okay.
We
And
have a we have a 4-year old, a 2-year old, and a 2 month old.
well, and after that explosion last night, is she planning to move out?
Um, I'm not sure. I haven't really spoken to her much today. I just told her that I think we need to talk some more. That I didn't like the way things went last night. She said she agrees. Um, the thing is, when this affair or when the affair happened, we had a lot. We have a lot going on. We still do. We were building a house. I was finishing school. We found out she was pregnant. There was all these, you know,
So a lot of things
intensifying
happening.
situations, and I don't know.
A lot of things happening all at one
Yeah,
time there. Okay, so what is your
yeah.
specific question, my friend?
Um, should is it a good idea to have her move out, or should I continue just working on me? And because we conversate good with our kids and alone, but I just feel like she's still getting the best of both worlds. Like, she's getting her cake and eat it too, because she's getting to have her contact and her emotional needs met by this guy when she's talking to him,
Hmm.
but she's also getting to enjoy the family aspect that we have. And
Hmm. I
I
understand.
just feel like she's in that valley. And
And I understand. I do understand. And there comes a time when a person can say, "That's it. I can't take that anymore." Here I am in a room, and you're interacting with him, and it's just making me explode. I get that. But if when it comes to anything like this, we always ask the question, "What do you expect to accomplish by that?" So, for example, if she moves out, if you said that's it, you got to move out, and if she were to do that, what do you think that accomplishes?
I mean, and looking at it now, I don't think it's going to accomplish anything but driving her further away.
Hmm.
I mean, the initial idea was hoping that, she'd realize what really she's throwing them away. But I look
Mm-hmm.
at it now and I think that it's not going to help because I'm just pushing her. I'm just helping push her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very
Because right
likely.
now we came to an agreement.
Hmm.
Yeah, because right now we came into an agreement that she's having an affair with somebody she works with, but she said she only would see him at lunch, and she's agreed not to do that anymore. And I believe her that she hasn't been. And now I feel like I've done this, that maybe it's just pushing her right back into that.
And it may well be. So that's the basic question here. What do you expect to accomplish? Because
Mm-hmm.
what I would think, and Kimberly, I'm really want to hear your opinion on this, is not only does it push her toward him, but if indeed she moves out, it changes your interaction with your own children. And you have three very young
Yeah,
children
exactly.
who need daddy. Now, I do understand. I get
Yeah.
it when you can just get so frustrated. It's like, I can't deal with this anymore. Get out. And there is a time when things like that have to happen. But would you generally agree with what I'm thinking here?
Oh, absolutely. It sounds like what happened last night was a result of frustration. I mean, you were
Hmm.
in the middle of a situation where, in to you, You just couldn't handle it anymore in that minute. But it wasn't something that was necessarily, let me put it this way. When our coaches are working with people, when we're working with people and they're considering asking their spouse to move out, and they're using it as a boundary, because a lot of times, like you had done last night, you were trying, whether you realize this or not, you were trying to implement a consequence. She was doing something, and kind of borderline on punishment. Well, I'm just going to kick you out, or I just want you to leave. But when we're implementing boundaries, where we're saying it's a safeguard that offers protection for me. We at Marriage Helper, we call them stops, a safeguard that offers protection for me, for my kids. And people are saying, well, should I ask them to move out because then it can help them wake up and, see what they're missing and all that kind of stuff. Well, then the question is, but how is that protecting you? Is she doing something that right now is harming you physically, intellectually, emotionally, or spiritually? And while it's difficult, absolutely, for her to be in the room with you, texting the other person, is it something that you can handle right now? Because the positives of the situation is that she's there, that you're acting as a family, that bond is still happening. When you kick her out, where's she going to go? Is she going to go live with him? Separation only typically separates people from the chaos, and they end up getting peace. And when they have that feeling of peace, they don't necessarily want to go back to the chaos. And so when you can keep the marriage in the same house, then we recommend at Marriage Helper you do that for as long as possible until you need to make a stop or a safeguard that offers protection. And if you're going to make a safeguard that offers protection, you never do it in a moment of anger, frustration, anxiety. You always do it when it's been well thought out, when it's a calm moment, not in the middle of something that's in the moment, because that's when you typically regret it.
And so we would recommend this, my friend, when you have this other conversation. You already said, that didn't go well last night, let's talk. You can be very honest and open about, this hurts, and it really tears me apart when you're texting with him when I'm right there in the room, and I need you to understand that. Please do and help me. Don't put me through that misery. But let's stay together. We have children. We love them. Let's stay in the same house. That's what we would recommend that you do, my friend.